All right, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Guess what? We're back.
Wait, are we back?
We're back, dude.
Oh, we're back.
We're back with another episode of the great Walk to Stranglethorn Vale as level 1 Blood Elves challenge.
We're actually pretty far.
We are. I think we're more than halfway, right?
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, looking at that.
Well,
Whoa.
first death.
I don't even know where we're walking to.
We have to go through the Badlands, through that, like, that godforsaken land of coyotes and vultures that's up ahead. Go through the little passage or whatever. Go through the Searing Gorge, Black Rock Mountain, through the Burning Steeps, into Red Ridge Mountains, and then we'll be kind of somewhat in the clear after that. But we gonna die a lot this episode.
Yeah, this be a honker.
Yeah, honker. Yeah, sure. Big honker indeed.
Big honker.
Well,
How you doing?
Well, I got some exciting things
all right.
to talk about, and by exciting things, I mean singular exciting thing.
Okay.
To talk about. Dude, I saw you get wrecked by like 5
like
mobs.
5 different things in me.
Goodness gracious. Okay. So, all right, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm writing a book. Yeah.
I mean, I've known that for years, but what's
No. right. No. This is different. So, okay. So for like I've talked about in previous like Two Nerds podcast like videos and stuff, how I've been working on this one book that I've always, anytime I've ever said, oh, I'm working on a book, guys, I'm working on a book. It's this one book that I've been working on now.
Right.
And I've explained in previous Two Nerds like why this book in particular has like taken me so long to write. Without going into all the details, the main thing is just it's a historical book. It's a historical fiction, and so there's a lot of research attached to it to make it as. You're never going to get 100% historically accurate, but I want to do the best I can. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, the other day, like earlier this week or something, I was sitting in the cigar lounge, as I do, and I was talking to a friend of mine named Michael, right? And we were talking about just, you know, things that we wanted to do, like in our lives, like future little opportunities. And this is unrelated, but he actually suggested to me, maybe like me and him, like selling coffee, like making our own little coffee brand, which I thought was a cool idea. And he's apparently already found like a distributor and stuff, and or a person that actually, you know, gets the beans and grinds them up and all that stuff.
Right.
We're gonna talk about that soon. But as we were discussing, like, you know, these little business ideas and stuff, and oh, yeah, this would be cool to do, you know, I got on the subject of the book that I'm working on. Because fun fact, you know, the lady friend, the missus, she just got her first book approved for publishing. I think I talked about that in the last episode, maybe.
Yeah, I think you did.
Or maybe like 2 episodes ago. Anyway, she's actually meeting with the publishers tomorrow. So we're talking about all this, all is well. And then, you know, I start talking about the book that I've been working on for, you know, a little while now. And I was talking about like, you know, oh, well, here's the challenges and stuff and so on and so forth. And then he said something that was so common sense that I felt like a complete idiot that I had never considered this. Because you know, my friend Michael, he actually used to watch like a lot of my machinimas back in the day. Right. And, you know, he was a fan of Nixxiom and Mookluk and the Noob and all the characters. And so he just said, he was like, you know, you have all this experience, you know, writing Nixxiom and writing Mookluk and writing all these characters. And he was like, why don't you just write like a lighthearted comedy fantasy adventure novel about Nixxiom and Mookluk? And I sat there and I was like I was just stunned by like the common sense of it. And so we talked about it for a second, and then I went home that night And I was like, okay, well, what would this book be about? And again, I have all this experience writing these characters and like, the situations that they get into and how they would react to things, so on and so forth. So I just like sat down and I opened up Google Docs and I just like wrote out this entire book, just in one setting, this whole book overview, like all the characters, all the character development, everything that happens, the twists, everything, in like less than 20 minutes. And it blew my mind. And I was like, what the heck? And like, I was so and I sent it over to Mookluck and I was like, what do you think about this? And he was like, dude, this is great. And then I was like, okay, well, and then I started writing chapter 1 and I, was able to write that no issue whatsoever. I was like, wow, it just flows so easy. And it's also like, fantasy. So, it's not like I have to do a ton of research behind it or anything. You just kind of make up things as you go. No, the book is not set in World of Warcraft, by the way.
Right.
If anybody has that question, no, it's not set in WoW.
I did have that question.
Yeah, no, of course not. Copyright, all that stuff. No. It's like kind of like Nixxiom and Mookluck have their own little world. Kind of like their characters also on Super Planet Dolan, or they were before Dolan stopped the Super Planet Dolan stuff. But anyway, yeah, so like I wrote the first chapter and just sat down and just wrote like, it was about like maybe like 15 pages, something like that. Just busted that out in like no time at all. Read through it. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Sent that over to Mookluck. He's going to look at it. Started working on chapter 2, flowing. Like it flows so easy. Like I can't stress it enough. And so, yeah, I mean, like I've got the whole book laid out. Like I'm busting out the chapters already. Like it's been going fantastic. So, yeah, and what I'm trying to do each day is I didn't get to do it today because I admit I was lazy, but I'm trying to just work on it for like an hour and a half, just like each day. And it's been fun. So yeah, so I'm working on this Nixxiom and Mookluck book. So for anybody that's like a fan, anybody that's interested, leave your comments down below. Tell me like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Or like, that sounds dumb. But also it's very easy, obviously, like to, like you kind of already got an audience that would be interested in reading said book.
Yeah.
Whereas like the other book that I'm working on, this historical book is for a very niche audience that is definitely not mine.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
That definitely makes more sense. Yeah, because everybody already knows the character as well.
Exactly.
Like I know them.
Yeah.
But okay, so you have Nixxiom. Is he still like, even though he's not in the World of Warcraft universe, is he still a night elf then?
Yeah, he's an undead night elf. Well, he's just an undead elf.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah, and it's the same characters. So like Nixxiom is, I've always described Nixxiom as like a 4-year-old with a gun. Like he's insanely strong and like insanely powerful, but he's an idiot.
Right.
And he's also like obsessed with like being a hero and glory and like, having people praise his name. He's got like an ego the size of Jupiter. And then Mookluck, of course, he's just he's just an evil warlock, but he's a total coward. He's greedy. He's incredibly lazy. Like he wants to rule over everything and subjugate everyone, but he's just too lazy to do anything. Like he just can't be bothered. And it's just like these two have this weird friendship where like Nixxiom thinks Mookluck is his best friend. Mookluck hates him and like uses him as just like a big stupid brute, like just to not do his dirty work. But I don't know, like you don't really know. Like even in the machinima, it's like why do these two hang out? They're like these unlikely friends. But and I kind of explore that a little bit in the story. And yes, the noob is in the story. Tyler the noob from the How To Class series. Nixxiom and Mookluck meet him, and then there's a few other returning characters. I might even sneak Ilthalane in there, but it'll be funny because like the people who actually know these characters, like if they encounter a character named Ilthalane and he says, Ishnu Allah, weary travelers, like someone that has no idea like who these characters are will be like, oh, they'll just read Ishnu, like, you know, or well, he wouldn't say Ishnu a lot, but I might like change it to like, oh, Ishnu Balar, like we're travelers. You know, but like, you know, a normal reader who doesn't know the source material will just read that. But like, you know, like someone that actually knows the videos will read that line and just hear like, oh, Ishnu Allah, we're a traveler. Not every day two handsome men come to visit me. Oh. So, anyway, so the fact that it's also very like lighthearted and not serious makes it really fun to write as well. So, yeah, that's my thing that I've been working on. My little small business venture, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been trying to just write for forever, even though you are writing something different than what you were trying to write. It's still like something. Yeah. Yeah, so. it's and I can easily make sequels off of it. Like I've already thought of like 4 other adventures that they could go on. Mm-hmm. So very easy to make sequels. Complete contrast to like the first book that I'm writing, but I will say writing the Nixxiom and Mukluk book is more fun just because again like the audience isn't so niche as the first novel that I'm working on. Yeah. So anyway. So it's like, you know, people are gonna actually read it more than like, or at least more people would want to read it.
I guess so. Yeah. Dude, oh my goodness, the amount of deaths in this episode already.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I hate the Badlands. It's just so many mobs. It's just like Blizzard just spread their cheeks into shit all over this zone. Every mob, enemy, and like annoyance that they could into this valley that we gotta walk through.
This pretty much is like the Eastern Kingdom Tanaris.
Yeah, I don't even think Tanaris was this bad.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's also the dragon flying around now.
Yeah, you got elites walking around, like, oh my goodness.
And the worst part is like you can't even get too far. Oh, I got a different graveyard.
Oh, really?
Because nice. Because when you spawn, they like everything charges at you. Like the panthers are like flying over, the dragons are charging. It's crazy.
Yeah. Where's your book at, Crendor?
I actually started trying to work on it again. The big thing is, it's like anything. You have to just dedicate time to doing it. Everything is very habitual. Because I feel like I read that book about habits, and they're like, pretty much you just have to create habits, and that's how you get things done.
Right.
And so really that is the thing of being like, I'm going to set aside 30 minutes every day to write, or not even just write, but like work on this book. That could be writing, it could be world building, be brainstorming, whatever. Right. And so I realized that one of the reasons I stopped working as much on my book is because I didn't like the way the story played out. I see. And so now I've been kind of just trying to figure out where I want it to go. So I was like, I want like this to be the main character. And then I realized that I don't actually want them to be the main character. I kind of like them as just like a different character. So now I'm just trying to like figure all that out. But I think once I figure that out, then I'm going to be more motivated to actually write it. Because I'm pretty much writing just like a fun fantasy, not like comedic fan, but, you know, just like your typical kind of fun fantasy adventure. Right. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of just going back through all my notes and all my things and trying to like figure that out and like do some different world building. Because I do really like the kind of floor plan I've laid out for everything. It's just kind of tweaking some things here and there. And I think once I get that, then I'll be more, you know, happy and comfortable with the direction of writing. Because then I can sit down and write and be like, all right. Because I think that's kind of the thing you've talked about. It's like, you know your characters. Yeah. So you're like, oh, I know these characters. I know how they are. I know what they do, whatever. So it's more like I just want to write characters that I'm going to enjoy writing with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, even I think in the last episode, I talked about how, like, Mukluk had actually, he flew over here to the States for the wedding. And we got to play D&D, where I got to roleplay as Nixxiom and he was Mukluk. And even like, I was talking to my friend Sean about this. He was the DM for that session. Like even like role playing, like Nixxiom and Mukluk just came so, it was just so easy. Just playing both characters. Like I can just go into the Nixxiom headspace and like obviously like what I'm doing though is I'm like, as I'm writing, like I'll write a chapter, like what I just did, you know, okay, here's chapter 1. And then I'm then sending it over to Mukluk and I'm like, okay, what do you think about this dialogue? Like, what do you think about Mukluk's actions here? Like, do you agree? Because I have, you know, like back when I was writing, you know, the machinimas and stuff, it was the exact same process. I would write a script and then I would send it over to Mukluk, or we'd get into a Discord call or Skype, you know, from back in the Yield days or whatever it was. And, you know, Mukluk would say like, oh, I don't think Mukluk would say that like this. He'd probably like do this instead, or he would probably, he wouldn't take this action. He would do this. So we're just doing the exact same thing. Yeah, distract those mobs for me. Thank you. Well, I really appreciate that. Yeah. Luckily, we're near the Horde Fortress. We're getting there anyway.
We just got to get through the dragon fields.
That's right. Dragons, coyotes, leopards, dragonkin.
Yeah, every mob here is annoying.
Vultures. Yep. Are you doing like for your book, are you attempting to do like really big world building? Like are you going on like Incarnate and like drawing maps and stuff, or are you just kind of just winging it? Like just with bullet point notes?
I'm mainly just kind of winging it. I thought about going crazy and doing like a big trilogy thing and all this stuff, and then one of my favorite books I read was like just a one-off fantasy book, and then it made me be like, I kind of just want to write a one-off fantasy book and just kind of be done with that, because after I do something like that, I'm like, all right, then I can do a big trilogy or something crazy.
Right.
So that's kind of my mindset now. Plus, you know, I think it's a little more, it gives you a little more freedom and whatever. Just do what you want. Have to be like, oh, how's this gonna do in like book 3, or like I have to string all this stuff to. So it's more just like you build something and then it's just a one-off. And I don't know, I kind of like that too. Plus, I mean, you could build it in the same universe, and then in future books you can like tie certain elements from that book into like a different series, and people like pick up on little things like, I remember that from that book, even though it's not related to it whatsoever. Right. Story-wise, I guess.
That dragon.
Yeah.
Big guy.
So, but I do like world building. That's one of my favorite parts of just fantasy creation and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy fantasy world building, like even what I'm doing right now for this story, but doing like oddly real life world building is actually, I've found it to be tremendously harder. It just depends how seriously you want to do it. Like the book that I've been talking about like for the past year that I've been working on actually takes place in Denmark during the 7th century. So like I actually have to understand like who were these people in like the year 680 AD. Like what did they believe in? How did they understand the world? So on and so forth. And I have like numerous essays that I have written that I've actually been tempted to turn these into videos, like just on another channel, but nobody would care about them. But I've actually written like just essay after essay after essay on like just various topics that relate to the culture at the time. And just so that I can, like for me, writing things down really helps me remember it, so that I can really understand something for when I'm writing. Like an example, like I wrote I think one of like the last essays I wrote was on gold and the metaphysical quality of gold and why it has a how do I keep this simple? So you cannot have an epic hero without him having some sort of relationship to gold. Because gold is not just a nice looking piece of metal that is dug up out of the ground, gold has a divine essence to it, which is why the God always sits on a throne of gold. Like, gold is the great spiritual metal that like takes people to like ascend into their higher self. And so I had to like write this whole thing on it. There's a great chapter. No one's going to read this, but there's a fantastic chapter on this in the book, Culture of the Teutons. Like the Teutonic man and his relationship to gold and its spiritual nature. So things like that, like, just like understanding that sort of stuff, and like, okay, and then now you can, kind of, as you understand the worldview more, you can start to write the characters better. But then you also have to understand the land. So so much of my time was also spent like literally on Google Maps, like driving around in Denmark, like in the woods and stuff, like like writing down like, what do the woods look like? What animals live there? Things like that. So it's fun, but damn, like it's a lot. So, but I've certainly learned a lot because of it. I'll have by the way, this is off topic, but I just have to say, I have reached the Horde base.
What?
Yeah, I'm in the Horde base. I thought I was safe, but I'm getting pooped on right now by one last guy, but I'm in the Horde base.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, where? Oh, there you are. I see you.
Yeah, I'm outside of it, but I'm like trying to loop around because I think it's over here.
What do you mean over here?
Like to the west of the Horde base, like southwestish.
Southwestish? Like,
yeah.
Like I'm over past them big ass like ballistas or whatever. Wait, are you going over there? That's the Alliance base.
What? What do you mean?
You fool! Wait, where are you?
I'm over here.
Hold on. Stand still. I'll see your ghosty form somewhere.
Well, I'm alive now.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm just gonna leave you behind. Yeah, like I'm going along like the northern path, like through New Kargath.
Well, yeah, I'm going west of New Kargath.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you gotta go like through New Kargath. It looked like you were going to the Alliance base when I saw you.
No, I'm just going west.
All right. Well, the point is, I'm in the Horde base, and I'm walking towards the Flight Master right now.
Oh. Well, yeah. I think you're going out of the way.
No, because this is like a clear path. There's no mobs up here.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because, there's, the path here that is, clear. And then, and, because there used to be the old Kargath over there.
Right.
Actually, I think I need to go through the town. And then, and then I'll jump down at the fire tower.
What?
The point is, I'm cool.
I think the point is, my path is better.
No, see, I'm alive right now. I've been walking around this whole time, not dealing with nothing. I'm hanging out Gorn right now. And New Kargath Grunt.
Oh, man, I wish I was with New Kargath Grunt.
I love that guy, dude. Me and him go way back.
Yeah.
I see you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm in New Kargath, dude. I don't think you understand.
I think I understand now.
Wait, are you rezzing right there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're actually ahead of me. Hold on, slow down. Wait a second. What are you doing? I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll catch up.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that's my one of my big things that's kind of going on right now. Are you doing anything cool and interesting with your life?
Let's see. I mean, I have, like I said, I did coincidentally start working on my book stuff again.
Good.
And then I've been making my pointless top tens, which
right.
Every episode I have, they've been doing really well though.
Yes.
Compared to some of the other ones. I did things you never noticed, and then I did pop culture references, and those were popping off. And then I made a video called "You Can't Go Back."
Oh yeah, I actually watched that video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw what's his name reacted to it. The big WoW guy. He's not Asmongold.
Big WoW guy. That's not.
His name starts with an X. It's like Zygor.
I love Zygor.
Yeah, Zygor.
Yeah, Zygor.
Hold on. I'll find it. It can't go back.
You mean like Xpayo or whatever?
Oh, Zaryu.
Who?
Zaryu. He's a PvP guy.
Oh, okay. I don't follow like PvP people.
I don't either, but he reacted. And he liked it as well. He was like, it was a good video. I was like, neat. So yeah, I was happy about that. So it was just kind of like a chain reaction of like watching the one video and then watching or doing the pointless top 10s, doing all that. So it's like, it's been pretty good recently with YouTube stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been fun because I always enjoy when YouTube stuff starts popping off because it's like,
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy YouTube the most. I've said it of like streaming and all the different things. I think YouTube is just my favorite because it's like,
yeah,
it's the most creatively fulfilling. Yeah.
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 I put out a few videos recently. I kind of got a bit lazy this week, but I admit I was kind of just like mentally exhausted from just like all the wedding stuff last week, and I was like, oh, I just kind of want to take a break. But yeah. I released like a few videos since the wedding, and all of them also did surprisingly very, very well. I mean, like I put out like maybe like 3 or 4 videos, something like that, and all of them got like, some of them have like 80,000 views, 60,000, like whatever. So those have been doing fantastic. I was very surprised. I mean, I talked about obviously like the classic era changes that Blizzard rolled out for no reason. Mm-hmm. And then I actually, before we got into this call to talk and record, I actually, I recorded and edited and finished a video of me talking about how, you know, Blizzard has obviously reverted the changes, or well, most of them, except for the guild UI. And yeah, so that video will come out soon because I don't want there to just be a negative video. You know, I want to give hit the mic by accident. I want to give Blizzard props, you know, if they actually you know, did something cool. Come on, dude, hurry up. What are you doing? Like, just stand around.
For you.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, new Kargath Grunt says hi, by the way.
Oh yeah, neat. I can't believe he decided to talk to me.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Are we gonna like go into Syrian Gorge, or do we want to kind of like stop on that little ledge up there?
Oh yeah, we go to ledge.
Yeah. Also, dude, wait, should I say this in the recording? I'll edit it out if you don't want me to say it. Isn't it? Right. It's like your birthday in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I know some people are kind of weird. They're like, don't say my birthday.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're going to stream right after this.
Yeah,
and then I'm hoping people give me
55 subs, 55 fries, 55
billion subs.
55 billion subs.
Yeah. I remember doing birthday streams back in the day. It was fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I usually do a thing where I just put shitty clip art gifs on the stream every like 25 subs. Mm-hmm. And then the stream just gets, my entire screen is just covered in shitty clip art gifs. So it's become a tradition now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday. You're going to be what, like 19?
Thank you. Actually 20.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when I was 20. Goodness, must have been 47 years ago now, I think.
Yeah, me too. I remember when I was 20. It was like 50 years ago.
Well, I thought you were turning 20 in like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, for a second time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, dude, level 20, man. You can get like your first mount in retail WoW now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, wow. Everybody wish Crendor a happy birthday in the comment section. Do it. I also will say that in the video that I was working on before this, the one talking about how Blizzard did the changes, I actually made a pledge in the video. I don't know why, but something possessed me to say if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll get naked in the next video. And I left it in the video. Damn. So if that video gets 1,000 likes, I'll do it.
Yeah, he'll do it.
I'll do it, man. I ain't scared. All right. I got like the lima bean of fury, man.
What?
I got the lima bean of fury over here, dude. Like, I ain't scared.
I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you when you're 21.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out, Crendor. I'm gonna drink more of my crappy iced coffee that was made at home. And what?
How'd you make your iced coffee?
Well, I actually didn't. The lady friend did for me.
Oh.
I was editing the video and she was like, "You want some coffee?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess." And then she made me iced coffee with like foam. She got like one of them like milk foamers.
Oh, the frother?
Yeah, it's like a thing that spins.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It's like black magic, dude. I don't understand that stuff. But she like put like milk and coffee and like some weird like cinnamon honey in there and like spun it all up, made foam. Look at this idiot looking at us. Lishamal Gaib. Isn't that from Dune?
I don't know.
Yeah, Lishamal Gaib or whatever. That's what the thing the guy shouts whenever the Dune like does something. He's like, "I'm gonna dune it up. I'm gonna dune all over this place." And the guy's like, "Oh, Lishamal Gaib." Did you not watch Dune?
I've seen the old Dune, but I saw it so long ago. I haven't seen the new Dune.
You know, everyone loses their mind over Dune, like the new Dune.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched it, but both the first and the second. Now, granted, I watched the first one when I was high, dude. Like, I had like Lyme disease, and I was dying. And I just remember, like, dude, this movie's soundtrack is so cool. Oh, and I was like on the couch, like sweating bullets, like trying not to die. Hadn't eaten in like 5 days. Like, anyway, so point is, I've watched Dune, and it's all right.
Huh.
But everyone's like, "Oh, it's like the Empire Strikes Back, dude. It's so good." Oh, no, not really. It's all right. It's just a bunch of like, you know, people playing around in Daenerys, you know, riding on worms. I said,
yeah, kind of is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Dune person either. Maybe I should see the new ones, but I saw the older one. It was all right.
All right. Yeah, you should watch the new ones.
All right. Yeah, I'll at least watch one of them.
Should do a video like next time I come up to like where you live, we'll like watch Dune. Like Dune movie review, and it's like us sitting down on the couch, like, "All right, let's start." And it's like, oh, 2 hours and 27 minutes later, and they're like, "All right, so what'd you think?" And you're like, "That's all right." That's the whole video.
That would be fun.
That's all right. 15-second video, kind of like that one video I made when I last came to see you.
Oh yeah,
my travel vlog.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, get out of my life.
All right.
I'll see you in the next walk, and we'll finally reach Black Rock Mountain. That's going to be a huge achievement.
That's going to be big.
Yeah, dude. Ain't no mobs in Black Rock Mountain either, so it'll be nice and relaxing.
Yeah, until we get to the burning steps.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, have fun on your birthday stream. And last word?
See you.